Hey guys, this is Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I want to talk about the earnings cut that Pond5 has just announced. I wanted to take a few days to really think about it and reflect and come up with some useful tips for you so you could actually put your music career forward in spite of this royalty cut. So stay tuned for that. What we're going to talk about today, first of all, is what happened on Pond5. Second, a little bit about their publishing announcement, but not that much. That's going to be a different video. The shortcut there, though, is don't sign up for Pond5 Publishing yet. Do not sign up for Pond5 Publishing yet. Then we're going to talk about 3 things you can do to move your career forward. And finally, we'll talk about something you can do just to move your life forward. So the first thing I want to say is what happened. Well, Pond5 announced that instead of taking a 50-50 royalty split between the writer and Pond5, it's now going to be the writer only receiving 35% and I guess Pond5 receiving 65%. So there's no way to spin that. That's not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. It is good for Pond5. Why did they do that? Well, they say it's to be in the same spot as all of their competitors, but I don't know. Most of the other sites I see offer more than 35% to the writers. So that's not great. To basically get nearly a 50% cut to your royalties is not where you want to be starting out. But at the same time, I've also noticed that in the past few months, sales have been slowing in Pond5. So I don't know if they're sort of on the tracks or what, but they obviously must have felt that they had enough content in their marketplace that they could stand to grow a little bit slower and just rake in all this other money. So the second thing is they also announced, and really this is what they led with to kind of disguise the royalty cut, but they announced that Pond5 is going to be offering publishing. Publishing is basically back-end, publishing administration, back-end royalties that you earn. They still have not really laid out much about what that is and what is completely involved in that. I've read their specific website. It is still very vague to me. So I would recommend you do not sign up for Pond5 Publishing until we get more information. I'll do a further post in depth once we have some more info on that, but that's not what I want to talk about today. I just want to say don't sign up because we don't know. I'm not signing up, and you should not either. So now, what are 3 things that you can do today to kind of weather this storm, to keep your career moving forward? Well, the first thing you need to do is evaluate where you are at your music licensing journey. If you're a beginner, and a lot of you that I talk to are, then I still think Pond5 is the best site for you to upload your music to. That's because it is a big marketplace that doesn't have a very restrictive curation system. Basically, if you write a halfway decent song, it'll make it onto Pond5. And there are buyers there. What this will do is it will provide a great training ground. It's like a kiddie pool for swimming, for learning the craft of music licensing. So if you are starting out, you still upload to Pond5, and I've still got a free 5-day course that's going to be great for getting you into that. Teaching you the basics of composing for stock music, teaching you, how to write at a reasonable pace, teaching you the ins and outs of Pond5, all of that. So for beginners, I don't think this changes anything, except that you're going to be making a little bit less money. But honestly, as a beginner, I was just happy to make a sale. I was just happy to get my songs heard. I was happy to get something for my music. So I don't think this really changes much. Now, for intermediate composers, I think there's 2 things you might want to consider. You are still probably not good enough to be submitting to exclusive stock music libraries. I'm not trying to be rude, I just don't think you are in most cases. So the first thing you need to do is think about how you can improve your skills to start perhaps moving into stock music exclusive libraries. For example, I often will review people's songs, and many of my coaching students, their songs are good, but they're not at the level of a professional royalty-free library. So you can't really move up yet until you skill up. Pond 5 still does present a really good opportunity to skill up and still get paid. But the point is not to produce more content for Pond 5 now. The goal, if you're an intermediate composer, is to get better and better every time you produce a song, so that in a year or two, 6 months even, if you're working hard, you'll be able to pitch those those exclusive libraries. And I'm actually right now offering free song reviews. If you click a link down below, if you want to get your song reviewed for free, I'm going to randomly select some and I'll review them here on YouTube. This will help you kind of see the quality, how you can improve that, your songwriting, how you can make it catchier, how you can make it fit more within the genre. So if you're an intermediate composer, what you want to do is skill up. But there's also another thing. You might want to go wide. That means putting your songs on more libraries, more royalty-free libraries that are also non-exclusive, such as Audio Jungle, Audio Spark, Songtradr, 123RF. I'm not saying any of these are good. I'll leave that to other people to say, or maybe a different video. But just you want to research other libraries, perhaps, if revenue is what you care about, and go wide. Now, I know a lot of you, from talking to you, work full-time and you don't really want to sit in front of a computer and put you enjoy making the music and getting the music out there, and that's really what's interesting to you. It's not so much about getting every dollar. And so if that's where you are, then you probably don't want to go wide, because it takes a lot of time to replicate your entire catalog across many sites, especially the bigger it gets. But, if money is the main driver, then you're going to want to go wide as an intermediate. And then as you get to more advanced, what you want to do is you want to be pitching and writing for exclusive libraries. And this is where I really went wrong, because I got really complacent with Pond 5. It was much easier for me to produce, even though I have songs in exclusive libraries, it was much easier for me to produce slightly lower quality songs in bulk and just put them on Pond 5 than it was to pitch them to a variety of, sorry, got a frog in my throat, to a variety of exclusive libraries. So if you are, if you've been selling music consistently for a few years, if you really feel like your music is starting to sound like it's on par with other exclusive stock libraries, and you can just search for stock music libraries and then listen to songs in their catalog and be brutally honest about how your song stacks up. And if your song stacks up well, then you might want to put together 4 or 5 similarly sounding songs and submit it to them if they accept submissions, and start moving towards that direction more. If your songs are still not good enough, you can always put them in a royalty-free library. And with Pond 5, you can always take it out later because it's non-exclusive. If you figure out how to mix better or whatever it is. So, like I said, for me, I spent too much time in the kiddie pool of Pond 5, it now occurs to me, when I should have been focusing more on these exclusive libraries. So another thing you can do, and this is sort of what I would only recommend for advanced people, is simply write Pond 5 an email saying thanks for all the fish. For the time being, I'm not going to be uploading to you anymore because I want to focus on other more lucrative opportunities. I'm not pulling my songs off of Pond 5. A, I don't think many of them would cut it anywhere else. And B, I spent a lot of time uploading them. I mean, that takes a lot of effort to upload your songs. So I just have to deal with an across-the-board 15% cut to my revenue. Or actually, 15% of 35, or of 50 is more like almost a 50% cut of my revenue. So just got to deal with that. Now, the next thing I want to say, and this sort of applies to everybody, this is the fourth thing that we can all be doing, is do you raise prices to counteract the price cut? I don't know if that's the answer, because simultaneously Pond 5 has recently been experimenting with lowering the prices of tracks to used to be a minimum of $20. They lowered the minimum down to $15. They're also we're doing experiments on the video side of Pond 5 where they actually weren't allowing more expensive video clips to show up in searches. So they were artificially suppressing what could potentially, oh my God, be the best clips, and because they were priced too high. I don't know if they would do this to music as well. So, you can raise your prices to counteract the royalty cut, but it seems like Pond 5 is moving in the opposite direction and trying to lower the prices. That seems the direction they want to be going. So for me, I think I will not be lowering my prices or raising my prices. My prices are in the middle right now. I tend to charge about $39 for a full song to $15 for like a 5-second stinger. And most things I'm selling for $29 to $35 for like 30 seconds to 60 seconds. I think I will keep my prices there for the time being. It's also a lot of effort to change your prices. So until I see something definitively one way or the other, I'm just going to keep them there. But please do subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be bringing you all the updates based on my personal experience and talking to you guys out there, what I'm hearing from you, what I'm hearing from my peers and my other colleagues in the industry. So subscribe if you want to find out about that. Also, if you want to win the opportunity to win a free song review, click on the link down below, and I'll show you how you can submit a song for a free review, potentially, and hopefully that'll help you accelerate your career. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.